This is Industry Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we analyze a different industry. Today, we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about the hotel industry. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get informed. Hello, Aluxers, and welcome back to our channel. We are glad to have you here with us today for another interesting video about industries. On the menu today is the hotel industry and all the things they don't want you to know. The hospitality industry is strongly dependent on tourism and political issues. It's worth billions of dollars, and accommodation sites are customized to fit every need. From hostels, motels, bed and breakfasts, Airbnbs, or five-star resorts, they can make you feel like a king or hate yourself for not reading the reviews beforehand. Hotels are great, and lots of holiday decisions revolve around choosing the best place to stay. We have to admit the best part of any hotel is the room service option and the feeling of being able to do whatever you want. Calling at midnight for fries and cheesecake while enjoying a mini champagne from the minibar? Sort of priceless, and sometimes pretty expensive, but who's counting? We're taking you for a spin today, from the front desk to under the covers of your queen-size bed or penthouse balcony. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. We know the dirty secrets and the expensive bits you've been dying to find out about. So, stay tuned and find out the 15 things you didn't know about the hotel industry. Number 1. Burj Al Arab is the only 7-star hotel in the world. Staying at a 5-star hotel is the ultimate luxury option in matters of housing. Castles and palaces don't count, only if they're turned into hotels. So if you ever feel like the Ritz-Carlton or the Peninsula of Paris is luxurious, wait until you see what Dubai has to offer. The Burj Al Arab is a piece of art. Outstanding design and extravagant features are waiting for their guests at the 7-star hotel. It's officially a 5-star hotel because the ratings won't allow for it to go higher, but having a Rolls-Royce drive you to the airport, helipad, and the most expensive finish you can find definitely makes it a 7-star. The hotel is the 3rd tallest building in the world and sits on an artificial island made especially for it. Number 2. Japan's Nishiyama Onsen Kon Kon is the world's oldest hotel. Without question, Japan and its culture made history lessons better with each opportunity. When it comes to cuisine, the arts, or just as a society, things all around us somehow always relates to Japan. In the country, you'll also find the oldest hotel in the world. It's called Nishiyama Onsen Kon Kon in Yamanashi, Japan, and it was built in 705 AD. The hotel has been managed by the Hoshi Ryokan region and has been operated by 52 generations of the same family, including their adopted heirs, for over 1,300 years. The hotel is in fact a 4-star hotel and has only 37 rooms for guests, but sure offers a unique experience. Number 3. There are a few famous public figures that lived in hotels. In Home Alone, we see Macaulay Culkin living his best life in a hotel. If you have a problem with it, just call somebody to fix it. You don't have to worry about breakfast and, most importantly, no cleaning. A few of the world's greatest minds have actually lived their lives in hotels. Coco Chanel moved into the Ritz in the 1930s and stayed there for nearly 30 years. She decorated her suite with nude colors and created astonishing pieces there. David Beckham also lived with his family in a hotel in Madrid while he was playing for Real Madrid. Also, Marilyn Monroe lived for 2 years at the Beverly Hills Hotel in LA. For some, living in hotels is a real-life dream come true. Number 4. J.W. Marriott had to come up with a routine on how to clean a room in 30 minutes. Hotel rooms always look and feel squeaky clean. Clean sheets, clean towels, clean windows and mirrors, and not a grain of dust. This is the result of a well-trained staff that is committed to their job. They're like ninjas of cleaning. Speaking of ninjas, the cleaning staff from JW Marriott has been trained to actually clean rooms like ninjas. They even made it into a 66-step manual for everyone to read. In it, they explain how staff should clean the room, in what order, and all the details to cut it down to 30 minutes or less. Next time you stay at the Marriott, leave some tips for the housekeepers. They sure do deserve it. Number 5. The richest hotel owner is Sheldon Adelson, with a net worth of $42.7 billion. We mentioned the oldest hotel is in Japan. The Burj Al Arab is the most luxurious, and the Marriott cleans rooms like no other. But out of all of the hotels, the richest hotel owner is Sheldon Adelson. He has a net worth of $42.7 billion. Adelson is an American business magnate, investor, and philanthropist. He's the founder, chairman, and CEO of Las Vegas Sands Corporation, which owns the Mariana Bay Sands in Singapore, the Venetian Resort Hotel and Casino, and the Sands Expo and Convention Center. He's also a supporter of Donald Trump and gave him $5 million for his presidential campaign. Number 6. Some people book hotels just to have sex. The worst thing about a hotel is not knowing who slept there before you, and rumor has it that some hotels don't even change the bed sheets if they don't look touched. Gross. But let's say that they did change the sheets. You still don't know how many people slept there before you, and the bed is, let's just say, quite an intimate area. This doesn't apply to all hotels, but some people rent rooms just for the single purpose of having a quickie there. Some hotels even have a special price for rooms booked for just a few hours, but you just never know what crazy fantasies and 50 Shades of Grey-inspired movie tricks have haunted the room you're staying in. But at least you can probably bet that hasn't happened at the Ritz. Number 7. One UK vlogger sparked a lot of controversy in a hotel incident. If you don't know how influencers make their money, let us enlighten you. They endorse all kinds of brands and promote their products in their videos, blogs, or on social media. One strategy is for the influencer to contact a brand and propose a collaboration. This was the case for vlogger Elle Darby from the UK. She wanted to spend a nice Valentine's Day with her boyfriend in Dublin and decided to ask a few hotels if they could sponsor her stay in exchange for exposure and endorsement on her social media platforms. Unfortunately for her, one hotel manager got really offended by her request and exposed her on the internet. He accused her of wanting free things just because she's a vlogger. The scandal reached international proportions and divided people into teams, those supporting the blogger and those supporting the hotel manager. But in the end, bad publicity is still publicity, right? Number 8. Halsey called out a hotel for not providing inclusive haircare toiletries. When a celebrity throws major shade at your brand, it must be something really bad since they have so much popularity surrounding them. It's going to go viral. They have so much influence they can kill a brand with just a few statements. Singer and songwriter Halsey had a bad experience at a hotel she was staying at and expressed her feelings on social media. It was about the lack of toiletries addressed to colored women and their curly hair. Halsey is a biracial woman and addressed this issue because it's been bothering her for a very long time, especially since 50% of hotel customers are African American citizens. Touché. Number 9. Rooms are more expensive during the morning hours. The first thing after you decide your next holiday destination is getting the plane tickets and booking your hotel. Finding the perfect one can be a pain in the ass. It needs to fit your budget, have nice features like a bathtub or a view, and if possible, breakfast included and access to a spa and maybe a gym. There are so many websites and agencies that can help you find a hotel, but you have to pay a commission for that. When browsing on the web, it's recommended to use a private page, the incognito option on your browser, and to avoid morning hours when the prices are higher due to high demand during the morning. And if you phone the hotel directly, you might also get a better deal since you can negotiate with them and express your needs. Number 10. The most expensive hotel room costs $80,000 per night. As we mentioned before, there's a few tips for getting cheaper and better deals for hotels, but there are also people who don't need that. They'll pay as much as needed for a luxurious penthouse with the perfect view. If you want everything to be at your feet, prepare to spend some serious cash. The most expensive hotel room is $80,000 per night. To make it clear, it's not quite a room, it's a suite, and for that money, you can buy a decent apartment or a brand new car. But we're talking about rich people here, so those concerns do not apply. This hotel is in Geneva, Switzerland, and it's called the Hotel President Wilson. The Royal Penthouse Suite has 5,500 square feet, a balcony all around the floor, and can accommodate up to 12 people. Seems like the perfect place to have a lavish party. And speaking of lavish hotels, make sure to check out our top 10 most expensive hotels in the world video by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. Hotels overbook themselves due to no-show clients. This one is similar to airlines. There are always some people who don't make it in time or just cancel last minute. It's a proven fact, and there are statistics to back it up. Most hotels will overbook themselves in order to make sure that if someone calls last minute, they still have an extra room. And trust us, they always have room available. Always. This safe policy they've come up with has helped them avoid problems with guests 90% of the time. And even though in some cases they can end up having a room booked by 2 people, they can easily accommodate you with another hotel or find a solution to the situation. If you keep calm and collaborate with them, everything will be all right. Number 12. Kitchen staff work night shifts in order to make the breakfast ready and fresh every single day. Having breakfast ready for you when you wake up is one of the best things hotels offer. You have a huge buffet to choose from, all sorts of options, and the most important, it's all free. Breakfast is one of the most important meals and can help you have a solid and healthy routine throughout your stay. But in order to have that entire fresh buffet ready for the guests by 6 or 7 a.m., the kitchen staff needs to put in a little effort. In some hotels, like the Mandarin Oriental Kitchen, their staff works at night in order to prepare the pastry, the fruits, and everything for morning. While you sleep, your breakfast is being prepared. Number 13. Airbnb is disrupting the hotel industry. For years and years, hotels were the only option people had. Slowly, some understood that something needed to change and started to rent out rooms or houses for those who wanted something different. After that, motels and pensions appeared, and later on, hostels disrupted the industry with low prices. One of the most recent housing offers on the market is the Airbnb. It's a platform that connects local people with tourists. You can rent a room or an entire home and experience how locals live there. Some apartments offer great views, great areas, and all utilities, and most importantly, the host can give you tips and help you get around. Hotels offer these services too, but it's all very rigid and different. Airbnb is the future. Number 14. Brexit had a positive effect on the UK's tourism industry. Brexit is seen by some as the biggest mistake the UK could have ever made. No matter which side of the story you're on, the people voted and made their intentions clear. No more EU for them. This happened almost 2 years ago, and they're set to exit the EU by 2020 for good. Until then, they're faced with the aftermath of their decision. Up to this day, people and the media still talk about it and pay a lot of attention to everything the UK does and how it evolves. You might think that everything went downhill after the referendum, but it was quite the contrary. Hotels and tourism are booming more than ever. Looks like people are flocking to visit the country before visa restrictions kick in. Number 15. The most luxurious hotel in the world is the Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi. The Emirates Palace cost approximately $3 billion to build. It has 394 rooms and suites, 40 conference rooms, a white sand private beach, a myriad of pools and fountains, a spa, marble imported from 13 different countries, and over 1,000 crystal chandeliers. It's everything you would expect from a hotel aimed at rich people. And that's it for today, Aluxers. We hope you enjoyed the video. Now, we're curious to know, What's the craziest thing you've ever done in a hotel? Leave your stories in the comments below. And of course, as always, as a thank you for sticking with us all the way to the end, here's your bonus fact. Number 16. A lot of people die in hotels. Dying in a hotel seems like a thing that only happens in the movies, where there's always a scene with someone getting shot or killed in a hotel room in order to get away with it. But this is actually true and happens in real life. You might not hear about it often because hotels call the police and try to keep everything hidden from the media and not to alert guests or anyone else. It's just bad for business. Think about it. How many celebrities were found dead in hotels? As creepy as it sounds, it's a part of hotel life. The rooms are cleaned, sanitized, and ready for the next guest. Also, if the guest who died there happens to be very famous, the room sometimes turns into a sort of museum. Cool and creepy at the same time. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.